What's up, YouTube? This is Damon, aka the world's worst magician, and today I'll be bringing you a review on change. Now, this is what Ellusionist is toting as the greatest change that basically has ever existed, and they're saying it's 5 visual miracles that will change your life. So it does come with 5 separate gaffs, and as promised, they do seem like they're going to last a really long time. Just take care of them appropriately. I can't show you the back because there is a website that you can visit for the instructions, and I don't want to give that out because it doesn't appear to be password protected, which is kind of weird. So I guess that's kind of the first negative thing that I have is that they don't provide it in your if you're part of the Black Club, you normally have the downloadable products section. I think that may just be in the My Account section for everybody. So it'd be nice if it was there versus going to this extra website. But I kind of understand why, because they had to break it out into different segments for each one of the tricks. So I don't want to show you the gaffs just because I feel like from the wrong angle, you may be able to figure out what they're doing. They all employ the same strategy, and when I first saw how it was done, I was actually kind of really disappointed, but the more that I worked with it, the more that I actually really liked it. So I guess one thing to kind of get out there is that you will not be able to hand these out. And at first I saw that as a negative thing, because it was, it's always great to be able to hand it out. But if you look at the instructional videos, basically what you're doing is performing the miracle, and then you are handing out a card that is not one of the cards that you use. So it's actually kind of a positive thing, because to me, you are re-blowing their mind, right? So you blow their mind with the miracle, and then when you hand them back a card that is not one of the gaff cards, they're just going to be trying to figure out, how did he do that? How did they do that? And it's going to re-blow their mind is already blown when they see it, and then it's going to re-blow it to physically have something in their hands, and they still cannot figure it out. And to me, that's the beauty of magic. I mean, people don't want to believe in magic anymore, but that's kind of this is something to help you do that, right? Like, they see it and then they cannot explain it. There's no way to explain it. So that said, I've been rambling for a little while. What I'm going to do is go through the tricks from my least favorite to my favorite. And along the way, I'll just be, explaining a couple of things about the trick. And I am going to do a very short performance for the color change, because if you're like me, this color change, when I saw it in the trailer, was like, what? And I had to own it, basically based off of this one move. I saw the other things and I was like, that's cool, but this color change is incredible and I need that in my life. So starting with the least favorite for me, it's the Jumping Angels or Icarus routine, if you saw it in there. Now, I'll leave a link in the description so you can view the trailer if you're not familiar with this. It is currently sold out, but Ellusionist told me that they will have some back in stock pretty soon here. But the Jumping Angels is where the actual Icarus icon on the back of the card basically disappears from one location to the other. They have an explanation video for it as far as like what you can do with the trick, but to me, I can't really see that much of a use for it. I mean, yeah, you can mind freak somebody with it, but I can't really see the application for it, to try and tell a story of Icarus, or I don't know if you're just going to have them jumping around. I don't know. To me, I didn't get it. And if I don't get it, it's hard for me to sell it. Now, you may feel differently about that. Maybe this is your favorite trick. To me, it seemed like something that can mess with their mind, but not blow it. So again, that was the Icarus. It's labeled as the Jumping Angels if you get into the instructional videos. So that was my least favorite of the 5. My next least favorite is the headphone penetration. So again, you'll see this in the trailer where you can take the earbuds from any, like an iPhone, or I think Samsung's earphones are white now. Basically, you just need a white headphone, and then you put it against the card, and then you can visually see it melt through the card until it actually falls to the floor. Why this is my second least favorite is that, again, I don't see the constant application for it, or the ability to really blow their minds. But it could be a cool thing if you're a street magician, wandering through the malls or something like that. A lot of people these days wear their earbuds out, so it would be a cool thing just to catch somebody, some random person, and just say, hey, can I borrow your headphones real quick? And then you make it melt through. That gaff for me was really angle sensitive. So you're going to find that with all of these, that they are angle sensitive. So you're really going to have to work with either another person, or my suggestion would be a mirror, and just, constantly look at the angles and figure out what works best. So again, with the headphone change, headphone penetration, if they are not looking at it at the right angle, that trick could probably go wrong. It should be okay, but it can go wrong. Excuse me. The next one is going to be the coin change. So this is where you're going to be able to take $50 and turn them into pennies, or you can make it go from heads to tails. You can turn a silver coin into a copper into a silver. That one I see a lot of real world application. You're going to have to do a little work to it. It doesn't come ready to go, but it shouldn't take you that long to put it in shape. Lloyd actually gives instructions in the video on how to make it the way that you need it to be in order to perform the change. So if you do a lot of coin magic, I'm relatively new to the whole coin magic scene, so I'm not that far into it, but I can see the applications for it. In the trailer, you see he takes a silver coin, I believe, or a copper coin, and he just shakes it and turns it into the other. So to be able to visually change a coin from a copper material, like say take a penny and then turn it into a $50, so it goes from copper to being silver right in front of somebody, that is one of those mind-blowing visual changes. And he does provide a way for you to, after you do the change, to physically hand them a coin. So again, that is what I was talking about earlier, where you can re-blow their minds. I mean, they've seen it, it changes, then you physically hand them a coin, and now they're going to spend the next hour looking at that coin, trying to figure out how you did what you just did. And to me, that's what got me into magic, is that ability to wow somebody to where they cannot explain it. They're going to sit there and they're going to keep trying to come up with things in their head, but they're amazed by what you did. And for me, that's kind of where magic is. The second, these are my two favorite. So he has an effect called the Blurred King. And what this is, you can see it in the trailer, is that you take one card and you make it to where it's so blurry that you almost can't even make it out. And then you can, snap your fingers and it'll come back into perfect focus. So this is a good thing. The way that he explains it is basically you tell them that you're going to have them remember a time, like what it's like to be drunk, and then you're going to go into their mind and you tap them on the head, and slowly that card will go out of focus. They won't be able to focus on it. And then, with another snap of your fingers or a tap of their head, all of a sudden they can focus on the card. And again, this is one where he's going to show you how to hand the spectator a card, and it's going to just re-blow their minds because they saw it, they can't figure out what just happened, and then you hand them a card and they don't know what just went on. So to me, that's a beautiful thing. So that's why it's my second favorite. And then the color change, I am going to throw in just a quick video here to show you a fast application for it. So take a look at this video. Okay, so as you can see, that was super fast. This is when they say that it's a no cover change, they're not kidding. I mean, honestly, I did a wave of the hand just because that's kind of a dramatic magic thing, but you could do whatever you want to make that card change colors. And as you can see, there's nothing additional, nothing in my hand. and I made that card change colors in less than a second. That was like half a second. It's just a wave, boom, it happens. So to me, that was, my favorite effect, definitely. And it's one of those where when you do it, you can do it slow like he does, where you kind of make it melt into the other color, or you can do it like I did, quick snap, make it change. And there's all other kinds of applications for being able to do a color change like that. You can fit it into your color change routines, but to me, that was my favorite effect because it can be instant. It can be whatever you want it to be. And the change, when I saw the trailer, in my head, I said, there's no way that you can make a card change colors the way that he did. And then when I got it, I was like, wow, yeah, you can. And, I'm a beginner in Magic. So if you're somebody that's seasoned, you're going to have a lot better application with it than I will. And, I'm babbling about it because I really enjoyed that effect. It was definitely my favorite. So the negative things that I have to say about it overall is just the angle sensitivity based on the way that the gaffs are created. I don't want to get too far into that because, I don't like divulging people's secrets or how things are made. That's actually why I'm keeping them in here in the case instead of showing them to you. And it comes in a sleeve. Sorry, I forgot to go over the packaging, but it is just a sleeve that I received, and it has all of the gaffs inside of here. And then again, on the back is an instructional website that you can visit in order to see how to perform the tricks and get tips and tricks from Lloyd. And Daniel Madison actually makes a guest appearance in some of the videos to help you out as well. So one of your biggest questions is probably, is it worth it? It's currently sold out. The price point is $30. So when you think about that, at $30, you get 5 gaffs, so that's $6 a piece. Now, I've paid $6 just to see one card trick from Daniel Madison or from others. I've paid $6 for just a single cardistry routine. So to have $6 per gaff, to me, I don't feel like that is overpriced at all. I do wish I could have bought them separately. If they were $6 a piece, I probably would have only purchased the Blurred King and the color change, spent my $12 and been much happier. But for the $30, I'm still, once you figure out how to put this into the routines, and he's going to help you, to me, I feel like these are going to be very powerful illusions. I would say keep the spectator a little bit of a distance. They don't have to be 7 feet away or something like that, but don't have them right on top of you because I think you may be able to figure it out. The layperson probably isn't going to, but just as a precaution, maybe just a foot away from you just to make sure. And when they say it's no cover, they're not lying. I mean, you could do this without cover at all, but I do suggest some sort of misdirection while you're trying to perform them. So again, I'm going to leave a link in the description where you can go take a look at the trailer if you have not seen it. And you'll also be able to sign up for notifications when it comes back in stock. Last time it only took them 4 days to get more of them. So I'm not sure how many times or how many days it's going to take for them to get more. But again, this is change and this is volume 1. So that I'm a little excited about that because if it's just volume 1, then, I can't wait to see what else they have in store. So overall, is it worth the $30? That's always going to be up to the magician that's purchasing them. But for the main 2 tricks that I got this for, I like it. And, I think it's going to be easily worked into any of your routines. And, of course, they all have the standard bicycle back. So, red deck, blue deck. One thing that I will note is in one of the instructional videos for the color change, it's a double backer, and the back of my card was not the same color that he used in the video. So I'm not sure if they changed it based on the production or what happened, but mine was different. You can still use the routine that he said. You just have to do the reverse of the routine that he gives you. but it still works. But anyways, I've been rambling, taking up a lot of your time, but I wanted to be thorough about this because, you know, there's a lot of effects in here. I know a lot of people are going to have questions because of the way that this was promoted as basically a game changer in Magic. So if you've gotten it, leave some comments below and let me know how you felt about it. And if you have any questions, as always, just leave them below. All right, this has been a look at Change Volume 1 by Lloyd Barnes and Ellusionist.com. All right, see ya. Well, I hope you liked that review. And if you have any questions, magic tricks, or decks that you want to see reviewed, go ahead and leave a comment down below, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. As always, I would greatly appreciate it if you would click that like button and subscribe for any future reviews. All right,